What is up, guys? Intricate Explorer here today, and we're at the infamous Silver Falls State Park in Oregano. And this place is insane. We're on a trail right now called the Trail of 10 Falls, where there is 10 waterfalls in 8 miles. We just started it. What you just saw was the very first one, and there's a lot more to go. So without further ado, we're gonna start booking it because we allotted about 3 hours to do the whole trail, and it's gonna be a bit of a space race to get to the end waterfall before the sun is down. So we just landed at the second waterfall. And the cool thing about this park is you can actually walk under a ton of these waterfalls right now, which is absolutely mind-blowing. It just feels like this whole different dimension that you're temporarily walking through. So for this shot right here, it's actually a really interesting predicament because I really enjoy these waves that are being created in the water, but I also want to create a long exposure for that water up there because I don't want all that, you know, scraggly stream. I want just pure, elegant flow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a long exposure, probably about 4.5 seconds of that waterfall over there hooked up. And then I'm gonna take another shot that's a short exposure, probably like 1/300th, 3/20th of a second or something of this water right here to freeze it with those jagged frames. So it's gonna be this beautiful, elegant stream with these waves. And I'm gonna combine them both in Photoshop. This in particular is a great spot to do that because it's very easy, especially if you're a beginner, because you can just cut right along this line here and put the shots together. There's not a lot of trees or anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this shot looks like. Check this out. All right, so this is another one of the waterfalls, which is, as you can see, basically dried up. There's just a tiny, tiny bit of water coming down on it.
I guess usually it has quite a bit more water in it, but we came in dry season, so that's what you get today.
Said Haley do my vlog segment for me. Look at this tree. Those are all from birds that you can hear up there. That's so nuts. Reminds me of that movie, The Birds, the old Alfred Hitchcock one. So fun fact, this place is actually a temperate rainforest. So similar to the Hoh rainforest and the Quinault rainforest that I did a couple weeks ago, this is one of the rare places in the United States, the Pacific Northwest, where you can find these rainforests. They're also, I believe, fact check me, in like Argentina, I think, and maybe Japan, something like that, but they're not very common. All right, so right here we got the Middle North Falls, and this is the only good viewpoint of it. And since it is such a ridiculously beautiful waterfall, I felt like I had to capture some kind of shot of it. So I'm basically just gonna, whoa, cut. So that's actually an incorrect fact. I walked a little bit further down the trailhead, and you actually can see the waterfall right up and close and personal. And there's actually way better compositions down here. So we're gonna go ahead and scrap that composition and see what we can work with here. All right, so the one thing I don't like about this is the sky. So I'm gonna figure out a way to get rid of that sky. And I say this in all my waterfall shoots, always try and get rid of that blown out sky because it just doesn't look good unless you absolutely have to have it in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out a way to frame this waterfall using these rocks here. And if you check out these rocks right here, there's actually some great framing right here. I scoped this out a second ago. There's also a ton of framing down there and down there. So I'm gonna see if I can position my tripod in these rocks right here and perhaps figure out how to frame this waterfall something like that. Woo, that was fucking awesome. Every time I'm stuck on a shot, framing is a great way to come to the rescue, because just like, no matter what you do, a good frame can just make a shitty shot look so much better. So thank God for that rock wall and all the bat shit that was in there, because that was batshit crazy. Fuck. All right, we're running pretty late. We spent a lot of time at those waterfalls. And
we were 45 minutes late at the beginning.
Yeah, so we have an hour till sunset and we're not even halfway done with this 8-mile trail. So we're gonna book it for the next couple miles, and we'll check in a bit when we get to the next waterfall. See you then in like 2 seconds for you. Bye. All right, so we got to the third to last waterfall, and this one's freaking epic. I am honestly shocked about how many waterfalls in this park you could actually walk under. So far there's been 4, and I think this is the 5th one. All right, now let's go walk under it. So I want to try something a little strange here. I really like the way these plants right here are leading to this water spurting out down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to really darken a lot of these corners here and kind of make it just emphasize this line of water going here. To continue this, I'm gonna keep the water at a high shutter speed because I like the way it's just spurting out. I don't want that elegant, blissful water because it just kind of contrasts the texture of this, and I want the texture of these leaves to match the texture of the water, just spurting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and focus stack this shot for multiple things for these. So these are all in focus, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna take a high shutter spot shot of this and then blend this area into this. So go ahead and check this shot out. All right, so that was North Falls, which is probably my favorite one so far. So saving that for these end waterfalls was definitely the right decision to have like a build up. Now we gotta figure out how to get out of here. All right, guys, well, we showed up to the last waterfall, and it's right on the side of the road, and it is actually completely dried up right now. There is nothing coming out of it. So, you know, we tried our best, but still freaking awesome. Like I said earlier, you can't complain about so many waterfalls on one trail. This thing has been probably 20 out of 20 experience. I highly recommend it if you're ever in Oregon. All right, we're gonna cut back to the car.
Oh, do you have your keys?
Yeah. I'm trying to vlog.
Just unlock it.
I gotta make it cinematic.
Wait, can I vlog too?
All right, y'all, that's today's vlog. Doozy does it. Thank you for watching, and make sure you hit the like, sub, and I will see you next time. Peace.